Okay.
Good evening.
Hello.
Welcome back to the Babble and Babettes. Today we welcome you with a very special guest, Miss Nicole Bauman, aka the Nico Effect.
Thank you. Hello.
Welcome, Nicole.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. Take it away, Brittany.
Oh, I was
Take
like,
it away.
is this right? Introduce myself?
So,
Okay.
Nicole is an integral part of our themed photo shoots here. She does the hair and makeup for them. And let's get to know Nicole. So, who is Nicole?
It's not the worst question.
No.
No. Introduce yourself. Tell us what you want us to know.
Okay. So I'm a hair and makeup artist here in South Florida. I specialize in mainly like vivid colors and blonding. I also love cutting as well. I started doing like cuts in the beginning, and then makeup wise I do glam, special effects, and airbrushing. Yeah, I've been doing it for like 7 years now. 5 here in total in South Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, and before South Florida, I was working at Great Clips in California. So mainly just cutting, and then once getting here, I was doing like
No color
coloring.
there, right?
No, I didn't do any color there.
Yeah.
I first started out here in like Ulta, and then
Were you doing hair in Ulta?
yeah,
Okay.
they have like a salon there in the back,
Yeah.
which not many people know.
Yeah.
But
It's funny because when I go in there, not all the time, but there's been times when I go in there and it's packed
yeah,
back there, and I'm like, holy shit. I don't know
Yeah.
why Ulta to me is not a place I would think to get my hair done, I
Yeah.
guess. But yeah,
It's
they're
like-
busy over there.
yeah, it's like quick service. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it. It's
They do
like-
color there or no?
Yeah.
Oh.
They did, it's like basic, like girls that just want like touch
blow
ups
dry or
and
something?
like, yeah, blow dries. And like in West Pines, it's like a lot of, I wouldn't say like bougier like people, but
Yeah.
kind of pickier people sometimes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, definitely had my moments there.
Yeah. So when you started at Great Clips, did you already know that at that point that you wanted to do color, or you, like, what was I guess your goal, I guess, as far as
No, in the beginning, I just like would always walk around and like see people with like really bad haircuts with like beautiful color, but I'm like, oh God. So I didn't do like most people getting outside of beauty school, they'll do an assisting position right away, but I was like, my instructor gave me like a recommendation there, and I was like, I really want to learn how to like do haircuts because they complement color so much better.
Mm-hmm.
So I just started out doing like that, and then from then on I like started doing a little bit of color here and there. But
Yeah, I do think
Yeah.
that it's like really hard to find somebody that knows how to actually cut hair.
yeah, it is.
And
I
like
know a lot of them.
hair to fit your face
yeah,
and stuff.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely tricky. I've met a lot of colorists that are like, yeah, I'll cut your hair, but like you're not getting anything fancy. Like it's just snip snip. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I got all the dead shit off. Like
Yeah.
no. No, but I definitely, as soon as moving here, I like dove in. Ulta definitely like opened up a lot of like coloring for me there, and like they got into like I would get more vivid clients. I feel like as soon as I colored my hair, people
Yeah.
were like,
Yeah.
whoa, I want hair color like that.
Yeah.
So it was like fun.
Yeah. It's funny, I think you and me were talking about it, or you and I, and oftentimes people would come into the salon when I was working there.
Yeah.
And they would kind of look and be like, okay, who's my stylist? Which one is it? And then kind of look at their hair to see how well they were going to do their hair. Like if they had a short haircut or something, they're like, oh, if they had long hair, like, oh, they're going to like chop my hair off. Like that's not how it works, you know?
No.
But people do think that. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of a funny thing.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess just because like your hair looks one certain type of way doesn't mean you can't do this type of hair.
Right.
You're like,
Yeah. But I get what you're saying as far as color. I guess like if your hair looks good, okay, I trust you know what looks good, so
Yeah.
therefore you're gonna make sure I look good
Right.
as far as
Yeah.
color. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you find your inspiration?
Oh man, literally like,
That could be within hair and makeup
Yeah.
industry or like day-to-day life.
yeah. Honestly, I find like inspiration everywhere, like all around me. Like if it's, I'll see something like a texture, like I don't know, like I spend a lot of time on like Pinterest or just like, you know, with the seasons and like going through that, but. I don't know, I guess kind of like everywhere. I'll be taking a walk and like see different colors in like the grass or the sky. I'm like, ooh, that'd be really pretty as like a makeup look or a hair color. And I never really seen that before, so kind of a little bit everywhere. Different people, like my salon girls, like they inspire me too. So we like bounce off of each other and get ideas and inspiration with each other. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that helps. Being able to be in an environment where you can, like you said, bounce off of other people, I think it helps a lot.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Does. And as far as like makeup, I always found like in the beginning inspiration watching like shows like Face Off and now they have like Glow Up and Dragula, which is one of my favorites. Just like
didn't you go see them recently?
Yeah, we did like a overnighter to go see Victoria Elizabeth Black in Orlando. That was so fun. We actually just bought tickets for the Orlando show in April.
They just keep going on tour, huh?
Well, the season is ending, so they're gonna tour with like all the winners now.
Okay.
Yeah, Jen actually surprised me with VIP tickets for Christmas.
Nice.
I was like,
that's nice.
Wow. So yeah,
when is that?
It's in April.
Nice.
So yeah, we get to go meet them. I'm like,
oh god,
I gotta find an outfit. They're so like stunning. Like, oh, okay,
God.
gotta plan my makeup.
That's cool.
Yeah. I definitely, they're very inspiring. And a lot of, like all of those shows inspire things for, like, makeup here as well, and, like, different eras, and, like, you guys, obviously, too, inspire me with, like, deep diving into, like, ooh, this is, like, one of the themes we're doing, and then, you know, same thing here, we'll bounce off of each other and, like, find inspiration amongst each other.
Yeah. I think, I don't remember if we've talked about this, but I do think that, like, having a team around you, whether it's in your workplace or, like, extracurricular stuff that you're doing, that you're creating, is probably the most important part. Aside from your own, like, brain and creativity, that's probably, like, the second most important thing is having a team around you that gels well.
Yeah.
And is, like, a cohesive unit.
Yeah, my mom always told me, she was like, for instance, if you're, like, doing something, like, alone and you don't have that other interactive, like, person with, she's like, if you're, like, uninspired or, like, you're stuck on, like, a project or art project, she's like, step away from it, let somebody else look at it. So, like, it definitely does help to have other people.
Oh, for sure. That used to happen to me a lot in the shop when... In the other shop, I would, like, frequently change displays. I don't really do that here as much because I just can't.
Yeah.
But I used to do that all the time over there, and that would happen to me often because I would do it by myself, and then I would just be by myself in there for hours.
Oh my god, yeah.
And sometimes, sometimes I would be able to do it, and it, like, wouldn't be an issue for me, but then other times I would just get so stuck and get frustrated and pissed. Like, what the fuck? I've been doing this for like 6 hours and I don't know what to do next. And then I just would like find myself sitting there like staring at it, driving myself insane. And I would always have to ask Jackson, like, can you look at this please and like tell me what you think? And it is kind of like stupid because then he would come in and be like, all right, well, I think you should put this there. And I'm like, no. And then I would do something completely different, but that would for some reason like jumpstart my brain.
You're like, oh,
and I would be able to like start again.
Yeah.
But
even just walking away yourself, like because you've been there all day,
right?
You just walk away for 20 minutes, you come back, you see
with
it
fresh
new
eyes. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
it helps a lot. I have to do that like when I'm on the computer. Like when I'm editing, I'll be like,
oh my gosh.
I'll be editing for like an hour, and I'm like, oh my god, this looks like shit. I hate this.
Went too far down it.
Oh my god, what did I do? And then I come back and I'm like, oh, okay, this is not bad. You know? But yeah, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you pretty much like answered all the questions that I had. But the last one I have is that what would you say that your specialty is?
Yeah, I guess my specialty would really be vivid hair, and I wouldn't say I specialize in one thing in makeup. It's kind of hard.
Yeah.
And especially I'm new to airbrushing, so I would like to be like a master at that, but I'm still learning. But
Yeah.
I guess I'm a specialty in I love glamour makeup. That's like what first started and sprung it all, and then special effects goes in with it.
Yeah.
So, I guess just my vivid work and makeup in general.
Yeah. They're insane. If you haven't seen her work yet, it's at the Nicole Effect, Nicko Effect.
EFFECT.
Yes.
Not
That's some pretty
effect.
insane.
Not A.
Yeah.
Insane stuff on there. Blows my mind.
And every shoot that we've done here has been with Nicole doing hair and makeup for me, and then for the clients that book. So,
Yeah.
what else is on the table tonight?
Well, how was your trip? You just got back from St. Augustine.
Yeah.
For William's birthday. How was that?
Yeah. It was fun. We kind of spontaneously just decided we were trying to make up our mind we were going to go to the Springs, and then it was just too abrupt, too quick. We're okay, maybe we'll go another weekend. But yeah,
because that's kind of far, right? It's how far?
Yeah.
St. Augustine is further, I think.
No, the springs where we were going to go to, we're going to go to Rainbow Springs.
Oh, I don't even think I've heard of that.
It's 5. It's the most beautiful spring in all of Florida.
Yeah.
It's the top rated.
Isn't St. Augustine 5 hours?
It's 4.
Oh.
4 in 20 minutes, some odd. But we drove past traffic. It wasn't too bad of a drive, honestly. When we first went there, we did that in a day. We drove there, so it was 8 hours of driving, and we managed to do.
Oh, you drove there and then drove back the same day?
Yeah, never again.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, but we did. We drove by the fort and did the torture museum. I love that place. We already had been, but it's just so interesting.
Yeah.
And some torture tactics are still used till this day. I'm interesting.
How was it on the streets? Because I know the last hurricane, it was underwater. Literally, I saw videos. It was really bad.
No, it's beautiful.
Yeah?
Yeah, no. They have this thing going on right now. It's the night of lights. The whole city is so lit up. That's cute. No, there wasn't really much impact as far as damage or flooding. It didn't seem there was a lot of people out and about walking everywhere. It was nice. Beautiful day there.
Good. How old is William?
He's 29.
29.
29.
He's still a young buck.
Yeah. Had some questions too.
All that hype about the Misfits concert and they canceled.
Oh my god, yeah, that's right.
So, anyways, whatever. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh yeah, because the last one we left off,
yeah, we were
plotting. You guys were plotting.
Yeah.
You were manifesting.
Yep.
And it did happen.
And it
everything
works,
came.
and then it didn't
everything. Yeah.
Stupid idiots.
And then
Whatever.
Danzig got
Hernia.
Wait, did he really?
I don't know. That's what Jackson told me that he read in a forum that people were saying that he got a hernia and he had to have surgery. And he's, I think, 68. So, he can't just be, going on stage.
Yeah, but that's, a month away. What?
You got time to recover. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
He's
but
an
I don't
old
know.
man.
Yeah.
And then, I don't think you're just supposed to, go and be, doing strenuous, activity, running on the stage and fucking screaming and,
yeah.
Whatever. So,
Well, you could be like Axel when he broke his foot. They built him a throne and he just sang from the throne
that would
this.
have been nice.
So stupid.
I mean, we still would have got a show.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
No, I remember the last podcast. That's what you're putting out. You're Nicole, please.
Yeah. Stupid, bro. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Yeah. Before I start
Brittany's
crying. Depressed, yeah, just gonna cry.
So we put out that, or a Q&A the other day. So I guess we're going to read from there.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to pull up yours.
Oh, yeah.
Yours might be mine.
I feel like what I
I've already answered.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like reading through these. I'm like, kind of went through. I guess, when did you decide you wanted to be a hairstylist / makeup artist, and why?
Yeah, you
like,
said
did you know,
but
like,
yeah.
like when you were a kid, like, oh, I want to do hair when I grow up?
No, I knew I wanted to do something on like the artistic realm, but I didn't know exactly what.
Yeah.
I dabbled in like many things. I did like, I was really into like fashion when I was younger. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be a fashion designer. I
Yeah.
loved everything about like drawing up all these like outfits, and that was, as soon as I like got a little older, I'm like, yeah, no, that's not happening. I still appreciate it, but no. And then graphic design. I did graphic design. I was like, ooh, fun. And then
Yeah.
just not for me. And then one of my friends, she was like, let's go sign up for beauty school. I'm like, yeah, I was in college at the time. Of course, every single hairstylist is like, yeah, we went to college and then college dropout. Like,
What were you studying in college? Graphic design?
yeah, graphic
Yeah.
design and like just basic classes just to like get going. And
Right.
then I was like, yeah, no, not for me. I just did it after high school. I was like, I'm so burnt out sitting in a classroom. Like, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like funner learning about like the anatomy for like hair and like science for color and, you know, currents for hair, like plugs and clippers. I'm like, this is interesting. Kind of just happened on like a whim. One of my friends was like, do you want to come with me to like the beauty school? I'm like, sure.
So you left college and went to...
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, it's actually fun. I kind of like this.
Yeah.
It definitely brought out a lot more like different creative side, because I like to like paint and draw. So I'm like, oh, I can just do this on a person.
Was that it? Any other interesting ones or no?
No, all the other ones basically we like kind of covered.
All right.
Although I think the story of how we all met was very interesting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because, yeah, we could talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm involved. Go ahead.
From like the very beginning, I'm like trying to think of like where it did all really start. Well, Brandy and I worked together as salon mates.
Yeah.
She was my manager.
When I was working there at the salon, I was working at a hair salon in Davie, and Nicole applied to be a hairstylist, and got the job immediately.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that was kind of it. We became really good friends, and yeah, you've been there ever since, and I think it's been pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely lucky for sure.
Yeah,
Found the
you guys
place.
have a really good team there.
Yeah.
Really talented. Everyone kind of has their own thing.
But everyone like gets along for the most part. At
For
least
the
I
most
think.
part, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is
because-
rare. Like, it's all women.
Yeah.
Listen,
I mean,
they
it
have
has
their
its
moments.
Yeah.
Well, but every workplace
Yeah.
does. When you're
But-
around somebody any person all the time,
Yeah,
you're gonna get fucking annoyed.
totally.
Yeah.
But compared to the stories that I heard just from them telling me stories about other hair salons that they worked
Yeah.
at, or other receptionists that came in, I mean, it was like incomparable. Like,
Yeah.
what a blessing. Like, for the most part, it was really,
Yeah.
really good, I think.
It definitely is.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about now. I'm not there anymore, but
I mean, the salon definitely misses you, but you know, we're holding out.
bad.
We're doing good.
I'm sure you guys are doing just fine.
Yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing good. We're doing good. And then, yeah, I met you through. I got hired on. Always forget what was like.
You
the
were
very first
referred
one.
by, I think, like multiple people.
Yeah, but I forget what the
Yeah,
exact first shoot was.
I don't remember either. I think it was with Carrie Ann.
I was doing your
clown.
hair. Yeah, I did your hair that day, and Selena did your makeup.
Yeah. So originally I had booked somebody else.
Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That I. Wait.
It wasn't. I don't think it was.
Oh, no.
Carrie Ann.
It was Courtney.
We did all day.
Yeah, you're right. So originally I had booked somebody else, and that person canceled on me like a week before the shoot, and everybody else was like paid and like deposit and like booked, and I was like, okay, what the fuck am I gonna do now? So I put out a thing on Instagram like saying that I was looking for hair stylist to do hair for a shoot, and a couple people, I don't remember exactly who, but they had sent me your Instagram, which I had already seen somehow before that. So I was like, okay, let me like message this girl. And then it turns out that apparently Brandy was one of the people that sent me your Instagram. I don't remember that, but because I didn't know who the fuck she was at the time.
I think it was the Paper Moon Age. I'm pretty sure.
She was like anonymous on there.
Yeah.
So then I hit you up and you were like, oh yeah, I can do it. And then when she came to do the hair for that shoot, just in conversation, Brandy's name got thrown out there in association with Paper Moon Age, and I was like, wait a second, what? Who the fuck is Brandy? And she's like, oh, she's my friend. I'm like, okay. I just was like so confused, and I still had no clue who you were. Like, didn't know what you looked like, had no idea who you were. And then that was probably in like, oh god, I don't even remember. I want to say it was in like March or something. Mm-hmm. And then I know that we did the shoot with Carrie Ann in like July, and by August, I think, or September, I had put out the post saying that I was looking for a photographer to come help me do the website, which is when you had responded and were like, oh, I think I can do it. Yeah. And I still had no clue that it was you. Yeah. And then you came in and, you know, you started telling me, oh, yeah, I do this, I do that. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, wait, what? So then it was like this full circle like moment of like, holy shit, this is fucking weird. And the rest is history. Yeah. But yeah, it's very like rare. I'm trying to think, because the truth is that we already recorded this podcast last week, but it just didn't. There was a lot of errors and issues, so I'm trying to like remember the conversations that we had, but still make it like organic. Right. Yeah. But yeah, I mean the reality is that like I don't get along with a lot of women. The friends that I have are like childhood, like lifelong friends. I just think that, I don't know, I have a strong personality, I guess, and a lot of people can't handle it. I don't know. But immediately with both of you, I clicked very fast. And I'm not like that at all. Yeah. So it was a little scary, definitely. But it's birthed like a really beautiful thing, I think so too. And I'm very thankful for that. Ditto. Same. So, what's next? White Lotus.
What was the question? Oh, we're gonna get there. Did you watch White Lotus? The last one?
I was away.
Oh, you were away.
All right, bye. Gotta go. Oh my god.
Well, it ended on like the nephew having sex with his uncle. Oh my god. I'm gonna go home and watch it. Don't.
Yeah, I know.
That should have been your homework for today. At work.
Okay, I literally
in the back watching
it. It's still just like building. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was a little annoying.
Thing.
I mean, we got a little bit of like...
Yeah, like it gave some things,
yeah, we got some stuff.
Not anything that's like, whoa.
Yeah. So, like I said earlier, it's the last episode is going to have to be just like...
Explosions.
Non-stop drama explosion, one after the other, like...
Yeah.
Just non-stop.
Yeah. Oh, God.
But we could talk about the last one, that one.
So spicy.
Do any of you guys watch White Lotus? Let me know.
Yeah, let us know. Spoiler. Yeah. If you haven't seen White Lotus, maybe just kind of skip the next minute or two.
Honestly, one of the best shows I've ever watched.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is definitely very good.
Totally. What do you think about the nephew? Where do you think that's going? Or what do you think that is? What's the reason?
Honestly.
Both of you.
I don't know.
Well, I already know. Hello.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I don't know. There were so many things. I was like, oh my god, maybe it's because he's hanging around, like...
Do you think he's related to him, though?
I don't think so. I think it's a front, or like, I don't know, because he's hanging around so many, like, gay people, he, like, got in with them, and I don't know. Just the way that he, like, left, what's-her-face, too? The blonde chick.
Portia.
The way that he like left her and was like, oh, I gotta go help my uncle, and I'm like, you're really helping him.
Oh wow, you're really in there, buddy.
I don't know. I don't quite believe that it is like an incest thing, but I guess I'm gonna have to wait
Right.
and find out
Yeah.
and see.
I mean, with that show, you just like never know. So
No,
I
I
was like,
know.
oh my god, what is happening right now? Like, I'm freaked out.
I mean, listen, like I said
I was-
earlier, I knew something was
Definitely, for
off,
sure, 100%.
Oh yeah, I
From the
remember-
get-go?
Yeah, with
Yes.
them, like, you're
But I
like, oh, the
did
gay
not
guys
know
are
it was
so
No,
strange.
me either. But
Surely
wow,
not.
Please, there was something in which you also pointed out from the last one that we've all seen. She thought, which I don't know if she's told you this, that when the wife is talking to Harper,
trainer
yeah, and she's admitting that the babies
is the
is the trainers, not the husband. I'm like, I did not even catch that.
Me
Like,
either.
oblivious.
I didn't either.
So in this,
because it makes it seem like it was an accident. She was like, "Oh, I didn't mean to show you that," but really she did.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
she was like saying,
She
like,
was
you
like
got to
my
do things that make
trainer.
you feel better,
Yeah.
like
so
that.
at the end of the day, she's got
Because-
the fucking upper hand. She
Yeah.
just she knows that, but that's what keeps her going. That's what's making her able to live this life. So,
Well, I
to
think
reap
that
the
she
rewards.
has financial, like, gain from it.
Yeah.
So that's why she stays with him, because he's a
Exactly.
millionaire.
Yeah.
and it's
true.
fun and it's exciting.
And then,
the
you know,
notoriety, I'm
she's
sure that
accepted
comes
her
with it.
reality that he's a serial cheater. So she's like, all right, well, I'm going to do my
Mm-hmm.
thing then, too. And, you know, their
Yeah.
whole dynamic is, like, weird. I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know if
is
I could
really
really
weird.
do that, but I don't know. It depends.
Yeah, I think
Because
nothing
I think,
is black and white in life, so
I think at
I
that
can't really
point,
say.
I would have probably lost interest in him. I don't know.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
'Cause
I think,
by how smart she is, she could just get it somewhere else.
well, but she is.
Well, I mean, like everything. But I guess she does love him in her
Well,
own way.
not
and-
necessarily. I mean, I guess, yeah, you can, but you think about it, like, I think they do have a child together.
I think they only have one. I
Okay.
could be wrong.
I think
Wait,
I think they have
didn't
two
show-
kids.
She showed
Well,
two.
it's her kid.
Well, I don't know. One of them was like blonde, and the other one.
Yeah, and the
didn't.
other
there's
one.
two?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not easy to just find any multimillionaire that's gonna
Yeah.
marry you, and then you're gonna like reap the benefits that he has. So she
Yeah.
probably just figures, look, this is what's going on, and he's having his cake and eating it too, so I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah, I think because Harper asked so many questions about like, oh, like, do you know that he cheats on you, or like, does he cheat on you, or like, do you cheat on him, like that kind of thing. So like, because I forget Harper's like husband's name too, but like
Cameron.
because he's so like rich now. I think that girl's trying to be like, yeah, just he's a millionaire now, so like, just do what I do, do as I do.
Yeah, she's like
Yeah.
preparing her for her
This
reality.
is what comes with the money.
Yeah.
basically. But Harper and oh my God, the fucking asshole's name. I remember the table scene of
remember
like
his name.
him.
The hot husband?
Yeah.
Hello. I would have been like, let's go. Yeah,
That was
something's
so
naughty with
funny.
those two. Not gonna say what.
Oh my God, yeah, you guys already know. They for sure hooked up. Something.
Honestly, we don't know, because
okay. I'm gonna
We
go
don't-
home and
we
watch
don't
it
know.
right now.
it's like really fucked up. Like, I thought things were gonna be revealed in this last episode. Nothing.
Oh dear.
It makes, which the last season also made you question, like, oh my God, what is gonna happen next? Like, who's bad and who's not? Did this
Yeah.
happen? Did it not happen? Which is what I like about that show, is like, you can't guess stuff.
Yeah.
Because even when you think you know,
Yeah.
you don't know.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Keeps you guessing on your
Um,
seat.
The director, who is he? Who is
Oh my
he?
God.
That
Because
goober
I saw
guy?
I know the face, but what does he do?
I don't know.
Where is he from?
What do you mean? He's from like School of Rock.
Oh,
You
I never
saw
saw School of Rock. But he's in something else because I know his face.
I don't know.
He's in a few other.
Is he
I
like?
just-
Was he ever in Disney?
He's in like some like comedy things. Yeah,
Let me look it up.
definitely.
I feel like-
definitely wouldn't see that like he created a show like
Yeah.
that, but he's a freaking mastermind.
I don't know why I think of Disney when I think of him.
Maybe,
Let me look it up.
possibly. Yeah, he's such a goober. I like saw the behind the scenes of like them interacting, and I was like, he.
Oh, I never
created
saw
it?
those.
Yeah, at the end of
I
each.
watched them,
Oh
but I
my
haven't
God.
seen them
Why
yet.
do I want to say he's Beans?
Beans from Even
From Even
Stevens?
Stevens.
Oh no,
That's what he looks like.
he does kind of look like
Okay,
him.
his name's Mike. Michael.
Oh my God, Beans.
That's what he looks like. I wonder where Beans is.
I didn't
now.
pay for parking. I'm definitely gonna have a fucking.
I already got a ticket.
God damn it.
Yeah, I probably did too.
Says he's a filmmaker.
Like,
Oh,
what other
actor.
movies has he done? Yeah, he's definitely.
Let me see. Dude, what is he in? Oh my god, career.
I only know him from
Freaks
School
and
of Rock.
Geeks, Dawson's Creek,
Freaks and
The
Geeks.
Good Girl, Chuck and Buck, School of Rock, Nacho Libre.
Oh, what? Is he in Nacho Libre? I haven't seen that in so
He
long.
was on The Amazing Race. He was on Survivor. Dead Man on Campus.
None of these.
Year of the Dog. Magic. The D Train. Beatrice at Dinner. The Emoji Movie.
No.
Pitch Perfect 3. Despicable Me 4.
yeah.
Oh no, that was.
Oh.
No, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I've like never seen any of these. Zombieland, did you see that?
Oh, yeah,
what
maybe
was he
that.
He's in Zombieland.
Maybe that's what it is.
And he was in Dawson's Creek, Freaks and Geeks, Pasadena, Cracking Up, Earth to America, Enlightened, Boring Life of Jacqueline, School of Rock, and The White Lotus. He's an executive. Anyways, he's a little goober boy, but wow, what a great show.
Goober.
What a great show.
And did you have any other questions on there or no?
No.
All right. Well, I guess we had some questions from like a couple weeks ago that I guess we could ask. So I guess we could all answer these if we have an answer. Worst first dates.
I don't
If-
go on dates
if
with random people,
Applies.
so.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it doesn't have to be random. I guess it's just like,
Like anybody I've ever been on a date with, I've dated, I think.
the first date wasn't bad
No.
because mine was bad and we ended up dating for 8 years,
It's traumatic.
7 years.
Let me try to fucking think about
The
this.
signs were there.
I don't think so. Like, I don't know.
No, not anything. Not something even from like high school or like middle school.
I have lots of traumatic things that happened to me. Were they first dates? Not necessarily.
Right. No, this is first dates.
But no, nothing I can
No.
think of off the top of my head.
I can't think of either. Like, mainly, like, I guess,
I also feel like dates are like not common.
no.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, I hate dates. Like setups,
Uh-huh.
I hate it.
ew, I would never.
I hate.
I'm
yeah, I
way
hate
too
it.
awkward.
Like having a first date at a dinner, like across from each
But
other.
you're just meeting each
I'd rather
other?
die.
Well,
Well, it depends. Yeah, if it's something
No,
that you
kill me. Put me out.
I feel like if you're doing
definitely.
something,
Well, I don't know.
something more like interactive is like a
Exactly.
better first date versus like I was gonna say like a bad first date for like when I was dating was like, yeah, let's go to the movies, but like you just sit there and like you're
No,
not
that's
even
stupid.
talking, so
That's-
it's
you're not
like
even
talking to
that's
each other.
not. So like
No.
yeah, doing something like more interactive is like better, but yeah, it's very awkward.
It
I don't know. Depends on the
Like
person.
okay, so
I
what is
guess.
the? Well, I'll say my bad first date. We went out. I got inebriated, and we ended up totaling my car into a police vehicle. Crashed, totaled the car.
Don't drive drunk, guys.
No, so we hydroplaned. I wasn't driving.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
was driving. I was in the passenger seat, asleep. Thank God, because we both were not wearing seatbelts. If I wasn't asleep, I probably
would've
would have been really
tensed
fucked
up.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So luckily, I was asleep. I remember I came to. I remember the smell was so awful. It was like smoke, like really bad. And I remember being in the ambulance, and I was like, I promise I'm 21. I swear I'm 21. I'm 21. I had like just turned 21 or something. And I was worried about that. About them getting me for like drinking and driving, or drinking underage. And I remember I had like bloody nose. It was crazy. And I was so inebriated. And then, yeah, we ended up together for 7 years after that. So,
Shout out.
you know who you are. Okay, so what is the ideal first date?
Oh my god.
Let's go there.
In a crypt.
I'd have to say November 25th because it's not too hot and not too cold.
Is that from a movie? Is that like a line?
It's from
What is that?
Mean Girls, right?
No, Miss
No.
Congeniality.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
Totally the wrong date, but
No, honestly though, have you seen Wednesday?
yeah. So good.
That was so cute.
Yeah.
That little
I need
date
to
that he
watch
set
it
up
now.
in the crypt, the normie kid.
Oh, yeah.
When he put on Legally Blonde.
Oh, my God.
It was really cute.
Is that the one
Yeah.
that she's with at the dance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy boy.
Which I don't
That's
like
really
him,
good.
but
No.
Does she like
That
him?
date was cute.
she doesn't like anybody. She's miserable.
Yeah.
She really doesn't like him?
She like
No.
sort
Little
of
bit?
like does. Like
Yeah.
she doesn't really know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think that something that's like, again, I'm like little things.
Mm-hmm.
So like something that's like really like thoughtful.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a grand gesture, but something that's like thoughtful. Like to me as a person, I would say that like, which again, this goes more to like somebody that I already know though,
Okay,
not somebody
yeah,
that
yeah.
I'm just meeting for the first time
That was
ever.
my
Because
next
how the fuck
question,
could
yeah.
they
Yeah,
like do
how
that?
would they know? Yeah.
But somebody that I'm like I've been friends with, I guess, that's like has now asked me on a date. I guess that's how that would happen.
Yeah.
That like knows me, knows the things I like, and then goes that step to like make
Mm-hmm.
an environment where I'm like, oh, all the things I like. Like that's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say like something like that.
So
Yeah,
the
it's
crypt.
true. A crypt. A picnic in a
Tales
crypt.
from the crypt.
With a projector.
I watched that
Playing
episode.
Legally Blonde.
What a great
Nicole, what is your ideal? I guess it doesn't have to be first date. I guess I don't know.
Any date.
Any
Honestly, yeah, I'm like kind of the same. I'm a super easy date, and I'm a cheap date. Like
Yeah.
anything,
I like that.
anything that's like thought. But you can take me to
Yeah.
fucking Taco Bell, and I'll be happy. Like
Aw.
literally, yeah,
Just like
yeah.
the thought.
Yeah.
That's the thought that counts.
yeah. Places like taking me to like places that I love. Like, oh yeah, this is cute. Thanks for thinking of me. Or like, give me a bag of Sour Patch Kids. Like, wow.
Yeah.
And when we go on our date, some shit like that.
I like that.
Brandy's like, I want to be flown to Las Vegas.
I know you guys are like, you make me look bad. I don't know.
I wasn't
There's
prepared for that
nothing wrong-
question though.
yeah,
so
there's
no.
nothing wrong
See,
with
I don't
that,
even know what
though.
I'm gonna say. Ideal first date. I don't know. I haven't been on a date in so long.
Or just a
I
date
don't
in
even
general.
know.
Yeah.
not first.
Well, I'm gonna be straight up honest. Just a day doing all the things that I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Or no, this is first date, so we're not spending the day together. Or maybe we are.
Well, like, you know how people have been doing on TikTok? They do, like, the cards?
Oh yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like that would be a fun first date now for, like, people dating. Like, where do you want to go to? It's, like, sushi,
Oh.
Mexican, and then you, like, you know? Like,
Yeah.
It's, like, it's,
Yeah,
like,
that's
Well, it's like
fun.
takes the pressure
like-
off both people, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's,
it's
like,
like
okay,
kinda
well,
fun,
we have
yeah.
no choice. We're just going to do this. But I guess it's not really, like, things that you like. It's just, like...
Well, I guess you could maybe choose, or you could tell them the options,
Oh, yeah.
right?
But at that
You write
point,
the
just say
cards.
where the fuck you want to go. Like, what is the point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe something a little bit like stimulating, I guess. Like
what?
like the again, like the idea of like. Well, no, because I do like going to dinner.
She, like...
Bro, I don't know. I gotta come back to that.
You don't have to just go to dinner. You could do dinner and something else. Me with the person that I like already, I would probably want to spend the whole day together,
Yeah.
not just like an hour.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I agree. Like things that I would say, like if you guys have mutual, like if we have mutual interests, doing things that we both like to do.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Like
answer.
all day.
That's something. Yeah, I could relate to that.
With like no like phones and
Yeah.
like just
Yes.
us time.
Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe like exploring like a new place, like somewhere that maybe we've always wanted to go.
Yeah.
Not necessarily out of the state, or just like
local, even.
some like offbeat place that's local, that's like been on your list, and you're like, okay, we're gonna drive out like maybe like 40 minutes and go to this place and spend
Yeah.
a day there. It's like I like doing that. Yeah.
True.
Okay. Do we believe in any conspiracies?
Well...
Believe in them.
Maybe entertain. Maybe.
I
believe
like
in
to
them.
hear about them.
Yeah.
I don't know if I necessarily believe any of them, but I do like to, yeah, I would say like entertain them and hear about like all these different things. Because at the end of the day, I swear to God, my real life view is that we are all gonna die anyways. It doesn't matter what the fuck, whether you believe in God, whether you believe in fucking Satan, whether you believe in conspiracy theories. It really doesn't matter
Yeah.
to me. But I think that, yeah, as far as, like, the world goes, like, my world views, I think that, yeah, like, there's a lot of things that we don't know.
Absolutely.
And,
you don't know what you don't know.
yeah,
And
it's
a lot.
for, I think in certain aspects, our own safety as, like, a civilization.
Sanity.
Oh,
Yeah. But, like, I always, when talking about that, I always bring up the fact that for years and years and years, there was all this denial of UFOs and, extraterrestrial life and all this shit. And now, oh, yeah, there are UFOs. And they're just coming out and, like, fucking providing footage. So, obviously, you know, again, there's, like, a lot of things that we don't know. But I do love me a good conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go down rabbit holes sometimes. It just, like, happens. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
Well, because some of them, like, are convincing, I think.
Uh-huh.
Like, they have enough information to be like, oh, wait, I think twice about this.
Yeah.
Balenciaga.
I know. It's a big scandal. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Rich people.
Yes.
But, yeah, like, with, I mean, there's a lot of things. Even, I don't want to get too controversial, but there's a lot of conspiracies out there about politics, about COVID, about flat Earth, about Balenciaga, about child trafficking.
Liquid death.
Yeah.
Liquid death. Fucking
Wayfair.
anything and everything now, I think.
Yeah.
With the internet, which is what perpetuates all of that shit,
Yeah.
you can kind of find a story behind anything you can imagine. So I kind of just take everything with a grain of salt and, like, yeah, do I read it? Do I indulge in it? Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm not, like, going home and crying that, you know, maybe the earth is flat. I don't know. No, I don't believe that. But there are people that do. And they believe that the sky is a simulation. Like, it's a screen that we're looking at.
Yeah.
It's not really a sky.
Or, like, reflection of, like, the ocean. I heard something like that.
No,
once.
the flat earthers believe that, like, the elite or, like, whoever, I don't know who it is that has the remote, but that it's literally a screen that is being projected because it's just a flat fucking slab. And then...
So what happens when we go on airplanes?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a flat earther. I can't tell you.
I really want to know.
But, like,
For all the flat earthers
one
out there?
of Jackson's friends is he genuinely believes this.
Oh my God.
And I was talking to him about it not too long ago, not the friend, but to Jackson. And he was explaining to me, yeah, this is what he thinks, and this is why, and this is what they believe about this and this. And I'm like, I felt dumb. I'm like,
So,
I can't understand what do you mean? And then he starts telling me this whole other thing, that there's a conspiracy theory about Antarctica, which I've never personally heard, that there's a certain area of Antarctica that you cannot access. Like, you can't, nobody can go there.
Okay.
And the flat earthers believe that that's the end of the earth because you'll fall off. Like, that's why you can't go there. I'm like, I can't. I've had enough.
Okay, so that's one side of the flat Earth. What about the other side? Where's the other
I
side?
don't know.
Because if it's flat, that means it's got to
Right.
all sides. So where are the other
Or
ones
it's a
that you're
square.
not allowed to?
Or like a rectangle. I don't know.
Either way, there's four corners.
Right. I don't know. So that's what they think, and they also think that the sky is a projection and everything is controlled by, like, a team of astronauts. I don't know what they are. Devils, fucking rich people, astronauts. I really don't know. No hate to people that believe that, but that's not personally what I believe.
Yeah.
I just think that's...
Yeah.
But then he like starts telling me, like,
I would
yeah.
love to be convinced, though.
Right. He starts telling me stuff, and I'm like, wait a second. But I would have to, like, hear a lot more about it. But, yeah, there's people out there that believe fucking anything and everything. But, yeah. So that's an interesting one.
I don't know if I have any, honestly. I guess, like, the first thing that comes to mind is, like, UFOs. Maybe not, like, necessarily, you know, like a circular...
Oh, like, you know, like a traditional spaceship.
Yeah, that they...
Transcend? They
Oh my
fly?
God,
Are you
that
okay?
they-
What's going on?
um...
Travel?
travel in. But, yeah, I mean... I don't even know if this is a conspiracy, but there's definitely like something else.
For
out
sure.
there.
Yeah.
100%.
Maybe that has visited here. I don't know.
I can't think about, how do I say this? I like can't think about how we were made. Do you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
You can, or you don't like to, or you.
I don't like to.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't believe in God.
Right.
Really. Again, believe whatever you
Meaning
want.
you don't believe in you don't believe in like the Bible. Like you believe there's something else there, but not necessarily like
What do you mean?
God and
Something else there. Aliens?
no, like a higher power.
A higher power. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen.
Or you just think it was just in like
Big Bang.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was science. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
Yeah.
kind of where I'm
Genetically
at.
modified.
but even when I think about that, I'm like, okay, Big
How did that
Bang. How the
happen?
fuck did a human come out and like start talking and making up
Cavemen.
words? Like, what?
We were like little like tadpoles.
But how the
think
fuck did that
about
grow into a
this.
person? Like,
How
it is
did-
very
Where did the universe
mind-boggling.
come from?
Right. That's why
Yeah.
I'm saying I
Where's
can't
the
think
u-
about
where
it.
did the
I'll throw up.
universe? Where
No,
the
it's-
planets, the
Right.
stars, the galaxies.
But
where
you
did,
believe?
Where did those
do you
come
believe in
from?
God?
No.
She's like, no.
No.
So
I don't tap into that too much. I think for that reason too.
Mhm.
I think I don't really spend
think
too
it's
much
great.
time thinking about that.
I think that it gives a lot of people hope, and it
Absolutely.
and it gives a lot of people something that they
Totally.
need in their life. Me personally, I don't need that every day to like,
I do.
live. But great, more power to them. My
Yeah.
mother is one of them. Like, I don't. It
Yeah.
doesn't bother me at
Yeah.
all. I just I just can't believe in a mythical person that
But
created
then
all life.
again, there's also this other element that's like how naive it is of us to think that there isn't something else out there and just be like, yeah, it's just science.
Like God.
It almost seems that almost seems
Okay, you're,
in a weird
you're
way.
fucking throwing me for a loop
right?
right now.
That almost seems naive. It's like I don't know. You
Well,
could just go in circles.
Yeah. I guess because there's been like with science, like we can almost like see science. We can see things evolve
Exactly.
and we can see like
It's
things
easier
happening.
to
grasp.
to
Because
grasp.
it's almost physical.
Mhm.
But with God, like there's no proof of God existing or
and
Jesus
that's
or
what
whatever.
What a lot of believers will tell you is it's just that you just have to
Believe.
have faith.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I don't. I'm sorry. But I also don't believe in religion. Like I'm okay with like having faith in God
Yeah.
and having faith in whatever. However, religion I do not like.
Yeah.
I think that it's just
usually not
a
for the
racket.
best.
And there's many examples of this over time, of people in religion, within religion, abusing their power and abusing their position. And
Culty.
it happened to my own mother. She was literally almost in a cult
Yeah.
within her church. And thank God that my grandma was like, no, we're not going. And then it came out many years later that they were abusing children and doing all kinds of shit to them at these like communes that they went to praise God and whatever. And I'm not saying that that's what ruined it all for
Yeah.
me, like one bad apple, but just again, like over time, I think I've seen enough things where many people that are high up in religious positions have abused their position and their power. And I just don't believe it. Like a lot of the things that the Bible specifically says, for instance, I'm a person that it's funny because we were just talking about this outside to those two guys that came in earlier. They were saying that one of the older guys was saying that, oh yeah, I don't have any tattoos. My mother told me that if I ever got tattooed, I wouldn't be able to be buried in the cemetery. And the friend that he was with was like, are you Jewish? And he's like, oh no, but my mom just told me that she would, not let me be buried there. She would haunt me or whatever. He was like making a joke.
Oh my God.
But then they started talking about that, how typically Jewish people if you're Orthodox, you do not get tattoos. And so then Jackson started going into like, well, yeah, in the Bible, like it tells you like do not desecrate your temple, which is your body, or you'll go to hell, basically. Do I believe that I have tattoos so I'm gonna fucking rot in hell?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna rot in hell for every other reason. No.
Yeah.
But so yeah, there's things like that where like I just like to me that's just like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Same thing with like if you're gay, you're gonna go to hell. What? Like that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's a million things within that book that are just like, okay.
There's a lot of other things that I can't name at the moment, but that are really just kind of insane that kind of get ignored. So it's a lot of like picking and choosing.
Oh, yeah.
Like what you abide by and what you judge others on.
Well, that's my huge problem, I think.
And things are
with
like
that.
impossible to live by in modern
Absolutely.
day society.
There are people that now are religious that believe that, because the reality is that a lot of people get divorced now, right?
Yeah.
So, like, my grandparents are an example of this. My aunt has been with this same man for, I don't know, over 10 years probably. Many, many, many years. And they used to date in high school. My aunt was already married. She got divorced. She's been now with this guy for many years. When she goes to visit her mother, which is my grandparents, they are not allowed to sleep in the same room because they're not married.
Oh,
She's in her 60s.
Holy shit.
And they do not allow it. So, like, that, bye.
Yeah.
What? Like, standards now are not what they were back then. And I respect elders. I respect my specific elders, of course. But, you know, and you know, I had this conversation with my mom the other day. I'm like, that's insane. Like, if I was her, I would be telling them, listen, like, you can't tell me that I can't sleep with this person that's basically my husband. I mean, we live in a home together. Like, you can't tell me that I can't sleep with him. That's, like, absurd.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, well, you know, look, they're old and they're set in their ways. It's just easier to just say, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I guess, but that's so... It was, like, mind-boggling to me. Like, that is so crazy. But there's a lot of people out there that still think like that and live by that every day. And again, to each their own. I don't give 3 flying fucks. As long as, like I always say, you're not fucking with animals and you're not fucking with children. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
But don't try to shove it down my throat.
Preach.
You know? So, that's my thought on God.
All right, moving on to a little bit of a lighter subject. Brittany and I already kind of answered this on an earlier podcast, but Nicole, what would you say your favorite horror film is?
Oh.
You can pick more than one if you have to.
Yeah. I definitely...
There's no rules here.
Yeah. It's definitely a tough one, but Nightmare on Elm Street is definitely my number one.
That's what came to mind for you.
Yes. I love everything about it, honestly. And they just get campier and cheesier along the way when they, like, go to space and, like...
Which one's your favorite?
I like the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they go into, like... I can't stand the remake one just because they replaced Robert Englund, and I'm just like... And, yeah, all the pedophile shit. But, yeah, I like the first one just because it's, like, a classic.
Yeah.
And then I love Sinister.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of my tops for sure. I watch that when I, like, want to get that, like, chill on the back of my neck. I'm like, ooh, but go. Yeah, it's so good.
We should really get a projector in here and like, have sleepovers. That would be so fun.
We need to do that and watch that.
Like one that we can, like, pull down.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun.
Who's invited?
Bitch, everyone's invited. Well, not everyone, but, you know.
Movie night.
Touche.
It's an idea.
Yeah.
We'll bring sleeping bags. Okay, Nicole. I think you and I already answered this, Brittany. Where does your personal style come from?
I don't know. I mean, a little bit of... I don't know. Like... Not anything in particular. Like, honestly, one day I'll wake up and be like, you know, I want to be super bummy, like, you know, streetwear, and then the next day I'll be like, I want to be like grungy, and like other days I'll wear a dress.
Yeah.
I don't really like, I kind of like mesh everything. I don't really have
Just
like
Gemini things.
yeah, basically. Yeah.
Well, to end on a funny note, I already told you this, but I had therapy yesterday.
Oh.
And my therapist asks me, because it was like a virtual thing, so we were like basically FaceTiming. And he asks me, oh, so like, you know, because like in the beginning they like make small talk. So like, how's everything? Like, what's new? Anything exciting going on? Whatever. So I'm like talking to him, and then he goes, I have to ask, have you seen the series Wednesday? I'm like, here we fucking go. He's like, has anybody told you that like you kind of resemble? I'm like, okay, like, can we not do this right now?
You look like her.
But it was funny. So that made me laugh. Therapy, guys. Everyone should go.
Yes. I think any girl
agree.
with like dark hair and they just put braids
Yeah.
in is like, yeah, you're Wednesday
I
Addams.
wasn't wearing braids though. Like I just looked like
With
this.
bangs and yeah.
It's just yeah.
Well, that's just how it is. It's like when people come in, they're like, "Oh my god, are you guys sisters?" It's like,
No.
like, let's be real. We really don't look alike. We
No,
have
are you guys
long dark
witches?
hair.
Is this a witch shop?
Which sister?
Are you guys witches?
Bro.
That was so weird.
This girl came in here one day and she walks in like determined. She walks right up to us and is like, "So is this for real? Like, is this is for real?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You guys are like real witches here," and I'm like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Who told you that? Did someone told you that?"
Witchcraft.
Because she came in here like with.
She already knew.
With like intention. She was like, "Oh, I'm in the wrong place." Like, somebody told her that there was witches in here.
Oh.
It was so
And
weird.
She was
witchcraft's
seeking
happening.
witches?
Apparently.
She
Like,
was
I
a
need a
witch
witch.
herself, she said.
Oh,
She was
God.
trying
She
to
was looking
find
for her coven, bitch.
Yeah.
I know a coven if she needs one.
It wasn't here. At least not at the time.
Yeah, that was so
No.
weird. Interesting
But,
people, though.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Another episode wrapped. We've gone for about an hour.
Yeah.
And we didn't do our typical intro. That we're here in Old Ghosts of Hollywood. We've decorated for Christmas.
Yes.
It's the holidays here.
It's the holidays.
Keep going.
Oh. Beautiful. Oh
So we're feeling
gonna drop
extra
her
jolly
mixtape.
now.
Yeah.
But yes, check us out on Instagram at Old Ghosts of Hollywood. Facebook, same thing. TikTok, same thing. The Instagram will be in the bio as well as our personal Instagrams. We are prepping for our next themed photo shoot, which will be shot in the next week or two. Not sure when it'll be actually done, but follow us on Instagram and you'll find out.
Yeah.
So, punching out, clocking out. I'm Brittany.
I'm Brandy.
I'm Nicole.
And this was the Babble and Babettes episode, what? I don't know. 4?
Episode 4. Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye now.
Thanks, guys, for watching.